Commission.
And we're back. Take two. Inside joke, ladies and gentlemen. Commission Podcast, episode 3K. Yeah. I'm your host, Greg, here with my man Kev, my man Mike.
Yo.
Ready to give some input on everything that's been happening throughout the course of the week. How y'all fellas doing?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Doing amazing. All right, we're going to get this thing. We're going to continue because we've been having a great conversation. I know the fans haven't really been up to par with it, but we've been having this great conversation on the release of Teyana Taylor's album. In case you guys have not known, Keep That Same Energy is out now. And basically, I mean, I think it's a general consensus. We like the album. Decent body of work.
Right, yeah. I like moments of it.
Moments.
Yeah.
Of
I can't,
It's
I'm
only
not
the
rocking
moments
with-
long. That's why I like a few moments.
yeah, I
long.
like a couple moments. So I haven't sat with it enough yet, like Mike would say, to
Gotta sit with him.
say that I like the whole project.
Yeah. But I think overall, I think it's a decent body of work. Mike was saying you could listen to it front to back, including WTP. You know what that stands for, right?
Yeah.
All right, now.
I mean, that's the song. If you don't, you haven't listened to the song.
Nah, man. I thought it was a good
It
body
reminded
of
me of
work.
Fade a little bit, though.
I didn't
on
get
some
the
real
joke
stuff.
you made earlier. Now it makes sense. He said something to me in reference to WTP. I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I get it now.
WTP, including
All right.
WTP, man. Yeah, man. So, no, I mean, yeah, I feel you on that. I think they're going to try to do a Fade experience kind of visual to it. So, yeah, that'll give Teyana an opportunity to, shake up behind or whatever, right? But,
Three-way video is coming out.
you think, is that the one that's coming?
She confirmed it. Yeah.
Okay. And we don't know if that's Eric Bellinger or Ty Dolla $ign.
In the
Album credits say Eric
Mike's the
Bellinger.
album credit guy. I think that might be Mike's segment too.
Listen.
Album credits.
Album credits.
Yeah,
We
production.
played the instrumental. Mike,
man.
who produced this song?
Yo, I love that. Yo, we should do that. We should quiz Mike, yo.
segment.
Yo, matter of fact, we should get listeners to come up.
Yo.
Yeah, just let us know a beat. Just send in a beat and just like, yo, can Mike determine
Yes,
who
who
produced
produced
that
it.
beat?
Yeah.
I
Mike's
love that.
segment.
That's a great idea, man. All right. Well, we got sidetracked a little bit. We when the audience came in, we were kind of discussing the production of the album and basically how it sounds sonically. You know what I mean? Kanye West historically has been a perfectionist.
I think it sounds like an R&B album,
It does.
not like the traditional R&B not traditional, but the R&B albums that come out now.
Like,
Where they're like
hip hop and beat.
Yeah.
You know, she said something about she like the 80s and 90s is her favorite time for music.
Yeah.
So she said that's what they was really trying to, go with. So to me it sound good. It sound like the same thing that John Legend earlier albums sound like a little bit.
Right.
Some of the Kanye Alicia Keys stuff.
But to your point, and Kev was making a point earlier saying on previous projects by Kanye, I think the one that was mentioned was My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The production of it, sonically, it sounded more complete. Like now, you got me going back to Late Registration. I listen to Late Registration probably all the time now, and
Right.
because you forget sonically how well produced that album was.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think these good music projects give you that same type of feel? Like they're decent beats.
I think
But they're
Pusha
not-
T joint did.
No, you know what's funny? I thought about the Pusha T joint, right? And I was like, yeah, the Pusha T joint definitely got some banging beats. But it gives me just banging hip-hop beats. It's not Kanye banging beats. A Kanye banging beat is it's like a movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you hear different
On
elements.
Late Registration, it was.
Well, even on My Beautiful Dark Twisted
Yeah,
Fantasy,
I
he
get
had
that.
some stuff
Yeah,
like that.
definitely.
Now let me ask y'all this though.
Yeah.
Do you think what's the difference between those albums and these releases?
Well, I mean, they had more time
Those
invested.
albums had a lot more time.
Yeah.
Like you'll take a year and a half to complete that album.
Yeah.
I'm giving y'all 5 albums in the month of June.
But
Not
let's
to say that the production. I don't think the production
We've
lagged.
been
at
working
all.
on these for a long
Yeah. As Kev likes to say, he's been working on these for 7 months. 7 months in Wyoming
Yeah, they're doing that. Y'all
Log
know they
cabin.
haven't been
with the
doing that.
fire pit, man.
Y'all know Pusha even told you they haven't been doing that. Pusha said the
What you
10
paid for it? What are you talking about?
$10,000.
He's still got his budget.
The first 10 days, they got Tiana's album.
Yeah, and this is what we got. This is the Tiana album that we got.
10 days they got Tiana's album done, but she's re-releasing it next week because it's not complete.
And now let's go there, right? And let's go there, right?
This week, right? This Friday.
This Friday, 2 days. They're re-releasing the album. Why?
Samples ain't clear on time.
But we have an album,
Right. So, all right. So I got the finished product over here.
right?
Right. Half of it didn't get cleared. Let's just say. So I gotta take some of that out. Now it's cleared. I'm gonna go back and get y'all the finished product. I mean, it is what it.
And
they
that-
can leave it like it is, and people gonna be like, "Well, I wonder what it sounded like with the other
But,
stuff."
and that was the point I was trying to make when we came in, right? The fact that once you've now heard it, does it lose some of that energy, some of that momentum
think so.
if it gets remixed and added a sample?
To that, yeah, like when songs, it doesn't happen as much now as it used to, but when like someone would hype up their album and it'd be like 12 tracks and then like 6 of them would leak before the album came out
Yeah.
and we'd listen to them.
Yes.
When the album actually came
You're
out,
skipping those 6 tracks.
yeah, like it
Right.
didn't have the impact that I thought it would have if like 10 new tracks came
Right.
out.
Now let me ask you this
Right,
though.
right.
Now I can't say back in the day trying to age us, but remember, it was always a song, and you knew a remix was gonna come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the same vibe, really. Like you know the album, except for this time, you know that there's a finished song that got more to it, more instrumentation to it that you gonna get come Friday.
Well, I think it's just
Because
going to
the
be
samples
Rosen
gonna be
Harlem
clear.
with that Cameron
Nah,
verse
I
that
think-
Kev won.
Yeah,
Kev won a Cameron verse on Rosen Harlem
man.
so bad.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. When I sent that clip, the YouTube clip,
Yeah.
and I heard that song, and they was out there at the
Yeah.
listening party with that, I said, "Damn, this album about to be crazy."
Yeah.
Cause just hearing that vibe, and then I'm
Imagine if it started like that. Like if the album started
Yo,
like that.
I like the first track.
I like the
It
first
just,
track.
Like it
It's
kinda
more
just comes
mellow,
off.
though. It's a
But
little
no, it
more
kind of
mellow.
just comes off. Like once I started getting into it, I'm like, okay, so maybe that's what they saying.
And
It's
this is
missing
much
some
as
stuff.
we can play. Pause. We're gonna stop it right
Yeah.
there. We can't play that last little bit right
missing
there.
some stuff. Yeah, but I think it's going. I mean, they did it all the time. They did special. Remember, they used to do deluxe edition of the album,
Yeah.
re-release it, and those albums used to sell a lot as well.
It
Those
didn't
are like
do
money
it a week
grabs, though.
later, though. I think. And then the other question I have now is, how does this impact first week sales? That was the first thing I thought of. Was like,
I
all
don't
right,
think they really care nowadays about first
they do.
week.
They
Yeah,
still
it's still
report it.
reported.
Yeah, they still
People
I
report
mean,
it.
they still report it, but I'm
look
saying
at it.
as the artist, like now it's so many streaming services, people can
Yeah.
they can. It ain't like they got to go buy it before the record label look at it like, oh man, you only pushed XYZ amount of copies. Let's stop promoting this joint because we wasting money.
Because the record label was making like $10 a CD. Now you pay $10 or whatever.
It's out there.
$15.
You're gonna make that money regardless because it's being streamed. You know
Sure.
what I'm saying?
And you
So-
don't have to worry about distribution. As
and
much,
now that you
know.
got like if you got like a subscription
Well, you do
to
kinda,
a streaming
but-
service, you're not really. I gotta get it now to support. You can go. I can listen to that a little bit because I got it already. I
Yeah.
got it already. So
That's
it's
a good
not
point.
like because I'm the same way. Like if a movie come out, if I don't go in that first weekend or even the second, I'm waiting.
Yeah, it'll be on the
Yeah.
stick in a little bit.
Huh?
It'll be
Yeah.
on the stick in a couple days.
Yeah, or not even that, but you know what I mean. Like I'm not going to the movies to go see it because
Right,
it's like
right.
to me now it's something new gonna come out.
Right.
But with streaming, it ain't like you going to buy an album.
But see that
old.
same logic though is what I'm saying is gonna happen with this re-release of Tiana's. It's like, oh, all right, well,
What if
I've
it's that
already.
much crazier?
Well, then you have to give me new tracks. Like you basically gonna have to give me
it
like.
may sound like new
You
track.
or you gotta do, and this is what I really believe has happened. I believe that she had so many tracks like Push had, you know what I mean? If I was Tiana and mine wasn't released the way I wanted it to be released or rolled out, you gotta give me all them tracks now. That
Yo,
that
they
7-track rule is out the window. I need like 14
she got
of these
8.
things.
It was 8
released.
on this
She
one.
got
It was 8.
She
I know.
said in the interview it was almost 9.
Okay,
So I can see since they're gonna re-release it, let's just go ahead and give them.
give them everything.
Let's go ahead and give them at least 12.
That would be decent.
Why not?
Why not? Okay, all right.
So I mean,
Good conversation.
I think it's gonna be dope though, man. That album is definitely
That was the last one, right?
that had a date.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chance
Yeah.
the Rapper's on
Yeah, you said something about
Late
chasing.
with Peter Rosenberg tomorrow night.
Oh,
And
right.
He talks about a 7-track.
I don't know if I
coming out
wanted
with the two
a
of them.
chance. Kanye
Well,
album.
They were supposed to do that Good Ass Job album together.
I'm just not as big of a Chance fan, maybe,
I'm
as
not
everybody.
either.
Like, I don't see what
Sorry,
the big
Mike.
appeal is. Yeah, right. Right. I don't really see it. I mean, I know that he's pretty.
How
tricky.
many? Yeah, like he had the joint with 2 Chainz and Wayne.
That's it.
Problems that
That's-
I like. I mean, the
was-
Coloring Book joint was decent, but it wasn't something I was like running back.
He comes across.
Chance could be more of a personality than a
I would agree. Well, I think he's kind of like a Kanye type as far as like he does other things and just rap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I think so. Like he has these quirky little nuances in his voice and so forth. So I don't know. I'm just not a big Chance fan. That's just me. But speaking of releases, I mean we have another semi-huge release, I guess, on Friday. I guess.
On Friday.
Yeah, man. Your boy.
Oh yeah.
Scorpion Man. The Scorpion King.
Scorpion.
Scorpion.
Yo.
Oh,
I
It's
mean,
supposed to be a double. Well, not supposed to be.
It is a
hints.
double-
It says side A, side B on one of those billboards, so that would lead me to believe it's 2 albums.
or conceptually, you have a pop side, and what most people know B sides of tapes being the harder, more grittier or underground. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking maybe you got an A side for the ladies, and we're gonna get the Kanye and Pusha on his B side real quick.
Are more people listening to this album to hear new Drake music or to hear the Pusha Kanye response?
He has to have one, and I said that it would be wise
No,
of
let
him.
me-
Go ahead,
Go
bro.
ahead. No, go ahead.
I was about to say
You
it'd be
this.
wise of him not to say anything right now. Just use it for momentum to sell more records.
Yo, if you do that, that's going. I hate to say it, but that's going to make Jay Prince look like a fool. Because remember,
Nah,
they
I
wanted.
don't think
No,
so.
no. They wanted the beef squash. Prince said he told
You know
Drake.
what Prince want? Prince want money.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Right.
No, I understand that, and they trying to get a check, but it's gonna
Right.
make y'all. To me, it's gonna make y'all look nutty. That's gonna be like, yo, Greg, I'm gonna squash the beef with you and so.
Well,
you know what?
all he said was the track that he heard wasn't
Right.
And
coming out.
he said
Right.
that's it. He said that's it. There's not gonna be any tracks coming out.
Nah,
That's how he said it.
All
It's
right.
not gonna be no tracks coming out. We done with that. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, we won't
So
see
now
pigs
it's gonna
or
look
something
like
that.
all right. When Pusha had his foot on his neck, all of a sudden you want to throw in the towel, and as Pusha's walking back to his corner, Drake gonna run out there and rush him.
Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, do we think that even if Drake comes with a rebuttal, that Pusha is like,
I mean,
He
know
don't have
Pusha
nothing
got it.
in his
But it's
stash.
like you needed a 3-week like.
It's like the Meek Mill thing where
Right.
he had waited that long to respond, and then the response came out, and it was like, eh.
is that? But then remember what was going on during that time. What were we all waiting for from Meek? What release were we waiting on?
What you mean?
Dreams and Nightmares.
No.
The Dream Chasers mixtape.
4, yes,
Yeah.
DC4. We were all waiting on DC4 when this whole beefing thing went through. So I thought the Meek original approach was, all right, I'm gonna respond on the album, you know. But then the album kept getting pushed back, and he was doing these the weekend drops where he had like 4 tracks or whatever being released on my mixtapes. The rollout was bad. Drake is way more calculated than Meek, so Drake would probably say, you know what? I could respond right now and get 0 momentum going into my album, because if I respond and the response from the people isn't what I want it to be, then that's gonna hurt my sales. So it would be wiser to just wait and let that whole speculation go through. Yo, go ahead and think what y'all want. But by the time I drop this album, you're gonna be so curious that you're at least gonna download it just for that alone.
If the track Crazy is gonna get downloaded regardless, and you can throw it on the album because it's digital.
I feel you, but why do it now? Why? You don't have to.
Yeah,
You did. I mean, you do according to hip hop rules.
Yeah,
but
you had
from
to,
a
right.
business standpoint,
But now
it's not
gonna
smart
look like,
business.
Now it's gonna look like, you're not in it for the actual. Oh, Greg hit me. It's just me and Greg in the room. I have to defend myself like a man.
Right.
I'm in it for. Well, I'm not gonna hit Greg back until Kev and Low and I walk in the door, just to show them and they know.
Listen,
nah.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If it's a banging diss, it don't matter because Drake is that big of an artist.
hear that,
it don't
but-
matter how long. If it's banging the way that
When you
want
have
it to
Big
be.
Bro go out there and stop the bully from beating you up,
yeah.
you can't
It's almost
wait
like
later
Uncle
till your
Dad.
album come out because now it's like, yo, he broke it up when he had you in a chokehold. You was about to pass out.
I feel you.
And now you like, yo, just break it up. This fight is dead. We not fighting back. Go ahead, pick on somebody. All right, push the T. Go back to his neighborhood.
And
now all of a sudden, you big and tough in your neighborhood again.
What makes it probably worse, and that would support your argument, is the fact that Pusha said, "I'm done with it. We off that now. Like we not even."
No, when Jay Prince came out there speaking for you, you should have just not replied. Like you did now.
Mike, you gotta understand the masses don't think like how you think.
No.
Like that's how I'm saying.
If he didn't reply, if Drake just stayed quiet, like Jay be doing something. Jay replies when he feels like it.
Yeah.
Drake could have just shut up. All right, cool. Let Push get all that because it would have died down in a few days.
It would have.
That's just today's.
He added fuel by responding with the Duffy freestyle.
Yeah,
and then because you responded with the Duffy freestyle, and I came back with something that fast.
Yeah.
Now it's like, all right, well, what are you doing? You know
now you could have shut up, and then as of right now, you could have came back with your track because people would have been off of it. But now Drake got a crazy track going at Push and his album coming out. That would have been better than Jay Prince going out there trying to squash the beef.
But what if the response wasn't what it needed to be? See, you're not thinking of the other side of the damage it could have done. It could have. Think about. All right, let's go ahead and be 100% real because we all lived through, Kev's whole, Murder Inc., whole escapade and how 50 literally tore them down with a few tracks. If you want to get into a back and forth when you're the hottest guy in the game with somebody that's not really has that momentum, Drake's the hottest guy in the game. Let's call it what it is. I don't like it, but he is. Can. You know what I mean? Why would you do that? I'm only gonna hurt myself. Like Jay did it the best. Jay said, I'm about $1 with the F is 50 cents. Like that's how you respond to something that's not on your level. But because you've invested time, now it makes you look like you have something more into it when you're supposed to be bigger than that. And that's what Jay Prince was trying to say. Jay Prince is like, yo, we're bigger than this. We don't need to go back and forth.
So you can't respond now. That's my whole point. Big Bro already said, y'all bigger than this.
Well, he shouldn't have had to say that. Drake probably should have said it, and if Drake would have said it, then it would have been a moot point. We wouldn't even be talking about
this. Yeah, you're a grown man having another
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You can't do that. And then now you want to come back. All right, now I'm ready, y'all.
But it's easy for Drake to say, I never said that.
Right.
He ain't going to. Come. Everybody know he did.
Whether he did or not.
Somewhere in your gut, you know he talked to Prince.
All I'm saying is Drake is definitely...
Or if Prince called you, I'm sure you knew he was going to go out there and say... Nah, I'm the one that's saying I stopped it from happening. You could have told Prince, nah, bro, I don't need you to do that. Like,
what's the hip hop single for this album?
That's a great question.
For Drake's album?
Yeah, you think like
nice
every time that he releases a new album, there's usually like a hip hop joint and then like the party R&B pop joint. There is none.
I think he's gonna lead with that. God's plan and nice for what is the closest he got.
How about he just say if I'm
God, you know what? God's plan is probably it. You're right.
Yeah,
they ain't like that's.
But that's light though.
That's still.
I mean, that's really.
That's still starting from the bottom joint.
Yeah, I got like you know what? I ain't dropping no singles because guess what? Kanye didn't drop no singles. Nas didn't drop no singles. Pusha didn't drop no singles. Tiana ain't dropped no singles. Yeah, but they released
7 tracks. What if Scorpion's 7
tracks? It don't matter. I'm gonna let y'all run it through on the streaming services. And whichever one is hot.
I would have thought he would have released. I mean, I'm upset song was whack.
Yeah, oh yeah, that
was supposed to be it. I think that was supposed to be the pop joint.
Yeah,
no, I think that was supposed to be the pop joint.
Nice for what's the club party joint?
Yeah,
the girl anthem.
Yeah, the girl anthem. I thought, he don't really have no hard
bars. He got a diss that would have ended.
He's got Duppy Freestyle, which is like the hard.
That's not going on the album.
It's not going on that.
Even though it could, because the original beat. Yeah, it's the original beat.
Could go on there. Bonus track.
That would be interesting if he expanded on a Duffy freestyle.
What if?
Because that beat is crazy. I love that beat.
I heard that there was a whole. I think in the Jay Prince interview they said there's multiple tracks. I'm not buying none of that. Side A's the album, and what if side B is just him going in?
I'm not buying it.
Straight hip hop, 8 tracks.
That's not Drake's style. Drake is not the pull up kind of guy. Like, he's the subliminal type of guy, so for him to dedicate half of his album to just addressing people...
And that's way too much. Like, do I really want to hear...
You're putting billboards up around Toronto,
I wouldn't mind hearing Drake go air people out
Me
because
neither.
I don't like all the subliminal stuff he does. Like I would rather
Do
you
you
just
want to
go.
hear like a full B-side album of him trying to go? Who is he? What is he gonna say? Or more than, let's say, more than 2 tracks. Like,
The only person he could really go in on is probably Kanye. Like he don't got nothing on Push.
He ain't got nothing on Push. He ain't got really nothing on Jay.
Yeah, he ain't got nothing on Jay. I mean, he could try, but I think Jay kind of sunned him in that whole boss verse way.
I mean, Push has sunned him in the boss verse.
Exactly.
Not the boss verse, but
Right now, I know what you're talking about.
3
That was
years,
a boss
4 or
verse
5
too.
years ago.
Yeah. That's interesting. But yeah, now I don't see Drake doing, what I would see a guy like a Dame doing and pulling up on somebody and saying, "Where my money at?"
Not as
Speaking of which, how you like Dame running up on my man Lee Daniels saying where my money at while he's at a baptism in the church?
Dame looks crazy, but
Dame was crazy?
come on.
That's
But
$2
I get it.
million, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
I
not
get it.
$2
It's
million.
$2 million.
Yeah.
I get it.
And granted,
I don't understand why it gets to like. It got how long has it been? Years, right?
Yeah,
That
it
movie
hasn't
with
been-
Butler
He said
came
before
out.
Precious, bro. Precious
Yeah,
came out like 08 or 07.
How does this go on for that long without you ever one seeing this man or two confronting him about it? Like I don't.
Hey, cuz you're not running those circles no more. First of all,
Yeah, he's come on. He's doing Empire now, bro.
you're
Lee
not,
Daniels
you're not
ain't-
getting past security.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
not in the same
Nah.
circles that he's in.
And Dame has fallen off. Like Dame don't have the
Yeah.
same level of reach or influence that he once did. So he ain't getting in those exclusive spots where Lee Daniels is at. You
$2
know?
million for that. I don't mean unless you got money, that much money, which I don't.
I don't know why Lee Daniels just couldn't pay him the $2 million. Like, I mean, I'm not
That's
saying that
not
$2 million
chump
is.
change.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
when
it
you
is
doing
when you
with
Lee Daniels right
yeah, Lee Daniels right now. Lee Daniels right now. is-
Nobody wants to give. I don't care how much money you got. No
I
one
get
wants
it.
to give away $2 million.
Exactly. So imagine you Dame Dash right now,
And you
did
gave
give
us-
$2 million.
I wouldn't have let it get to this point. Is what I'm saying. I said it earlier in the week. That whole situation would have 15 years ago. That never would have happened.
Nah.
What?
Dame Dash rolling into this baptism church, whatever it was.
15 years ago, Dame was still Dame.
Dame
So
would
he
have
would've-
had
he'd
him.
had-
Somebody else would have.
He'd have had beans roll up in there and
Somebody's
smoke his
ass
ass.
would have got
Yeah,
whooped.
alright, yeah.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So
But-
luckily he's matured, was what you're saying, where he just gonna roll up on you and be
No,
like, yo,
15 years ago,
where's my
regardless
money?
of his age, someone's
Yeah.
ass was getting
Yeah.
whooped.
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, I honestly, I'm surprised he didn't whip his ass still. I mean, because it just the amount of disrespect when you're trying to help somebody when they coming up, for them to turn their back on you when they've made it is
and
like.
you're on the decline. Now, granted, I'm not counting Dame's money because I don't know what he has, but it damn show.
Ain't what it used to be.
I
You
know
that.
what it used to be. And I know he can use that $2 million
Oh, hell
ASAP.
Yeah,
Sure,
man.
I agree.
Yeah, man. Too Honorable is not selling
Yo.
out. Netflix
Yo,
was
I
not
know
a
y'all ain't watch
blockbuster
music-
hit.
I know y'all ain't watched Music Moguls when it was out though, man. But
We
you can
watched that
tell.
joint.
Oh, yeah, you was
Yeah, I
watching
watched.
it.
Yeah,
Did you
you can say he
Yeah,
struggled.
you watched it?
No.
Yeah, Dame thought he was
He
struggling,
is,
right?
man. I follow Dame. I know what Dame.
I'm a fan of Dame Dash.
Well,
Yeah.
What,
I
how you
like-
a fan of Dame Dash? He's like the most pivotal.
yeah, but he's an asshole. Like,
So
for real.
what?
I mean,
People that are in that type of he has to be in it. He had to be an asshole.
well, he did, but he didn't in certain circumstances, right? Like he wanted to be that guy, and I think he put too much stock in what he actually brought to the
Yeah,
table
I agree.
in
I agree.
between him and Biggs and Jay. But I like Dame.
No,
Don't
I
get
think
it
that's
twisted.
what I think that's who he was. I mean, no, I think he had to be that for them three because they said
Well, Biggs is quiet
was
and
quiet,
Jay, yeah,
and
Jay
wasn't
really,
trying to.
yeah.
Dame, I think he played his role, and it just so happened that as they got, as they became more important,
Right.
and they moved in different crowds, it's just like, yo.
But that's why I
kinda-
said that like his role was lesser only because like his role doesn't transcend anywhere. Like the minute I figure out how to do all this on my own, why do I need this guy talking on my behalf? And that's basically what Jay did. Jay was like, yo, you're just my spokesman at this point. You're not really opening new opportunities and doors for me. You're just being a loudmouth.
I don't want to say that
and
he
stuff
wasn't
like that.
doing that. I just, because we don't know.
We don't
We don't really know. Like, but I think that it just got to a point where he didn't need the pit bull now.
No.
Like, it's good for you to be,
Yeah.
like...
Well, I'm established now. I don't need you to go ahead and ride this hard, you know what I mean? For me,
Yeah,
Paul.
now granted, when we need you to, cool, but not just because that's what you feel like doing.
Right.
It's like what Puff was to say. Puff will walk in the room, shirt off, chains on his neck, cussing people out, and then Andre Harrell would be looking like, yo, what the hell are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying?
There's a level of professionalism that I think Dame lacks at times, and I think that's where it comes. That's why I'm like, his level of importance. But either way, I love his message. I love what he represents, and I think he spits a lot of real shit. Like, I really believe that he's like that. That whole interaction was. I'm all for stuff like that. Like, yo, come up. Like, you wronged me. I'm not gonna sit idly by, or I'm not gonna, have somebody else speak. No, I'm gonna come to you. I'm gonna have this conversation with you. And we're going to resolve this. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a whole bunch of lawyers and all that stuff like that.
Cut the damn check.
Yeah, cut the check.
I look at it,
and honestly, cut the check with interest at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I need another $500 grand.
He gets his money without going to court.
No.
Who, Dame?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
You'll never see him
he
again.
probably still trying
Yeah,
to...
that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, Damon, I'll call you.
Yeah. No, but Dame ain't go for it though. If he saw the video,
Yeah,
Dame was like, nah, man, fuck all that. No, we resolve it right now.
Yeah.
Go in your pocket. I'll walk to you
Right-
with you
right
to
out
the
the
bank.
check, right
Write me the check or whatever it is you got to do. But we need to resolve this right now. We need more of that. We do. We need more of that in the world,
I agree.
man.
I just can't believe it took that long.
That's kind of crazy.
Dame needs some money. He probably couldn't get in touch with... Somebody had to give him the drop. Willie Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Because otherwise, he probably would have done it a long time ago.
Yeah, I agree.
So what are you doing if you Lee Daniels then?
I'm just cutting
Yo,
the
if he
check.
gave you the $2 million, I would feel like an asshole. First of all, like for me to give you $2 million, me and you got to have a pretty good relationship, right?
True. Or you could just see something that you want to invest in and you want to take advantage of me, right?
100%.
Okay, but I feel like
and that's totally Dave's nature.
Businessman, then, like, how does you not have that ironed out? Like, yo, I'm gonna give you the $2 million.
Because these guys are from the streets, and they
yeah,
don't
but
have
Dave's been in the business for years.
I agree. And look at where he's at now. All his closest people have cut him out.
Yeah,
that's not smart
At that
business.
time too, they had money.
He wasn't even thinking about it. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Probably was just like,
how old is Precious?
It's gotta
10
be like
years old,
more, if
All
not
right.
more,
All right.
somewhere around that
15
time.
years old.
Yeah,
but at that time, I'm sure that money was.
But that's still, the
probably
Rockefeller
thought-
money was
and
still
mind
there.
you,
Rockefeller
Precious
money
probably.
Yeah, Rockefeller money was still coming in.
Right.
Precious probably came out. Say, let's check it out. So it says Precious 2009, right?
That means
So
probably
they probably
made.
produced it
Yeah, 2
and did all
years
that stuff
early.
a couple years earlier than that.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure Dane probably had the bread that time. 'Cause remember, he still had that Rachel Roy stuff still going on
Yeah.
and all that. So I'm sure the money was pouring
Like you
in.
said, Roy and not Ray. That was good.
What's her name?
No, you had it right.
Yeah,
You
I
had
did
it
right. I think that's true. I said it. That's why I look like.
Ray is the cooking lady. Yeah.
But he probably
That's
still
so
had all
funny.
that going on, and he just like, oh yeah, this is an investment. I'm gonna get this back. And shit, you ain't think you would be where you at now, like divorced with her. Y'all really not. I mean, granted, he said he's still in business with her, right?
But yeah, remember on the show though, he was like, "Yo, I'm down to my last million." It's something like that. Like he was, Dame was struggling. Like he not
He's
cake.
trying to
He's not a
recoup
cakeaholic anymore. Like I tell you that much.
And you don't want the boy that's like, oh, as long as I owe you, you'll never go broke. Nah,
Yeah,
nigga,
nah.
I need my money. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about,
Just like
we about to open up a store in North Carolina.
I need
Man,
my
you don't
money.
get out of
Yeah,
here.
doing t-shirts. What them
Doing
shirts say?
t-shirts.
CEO shirts. Get out of here, man.
Man, you
I
don't
need
get
my
out of here
money.
with that whackness. Oh man, yeah, man. Pull-up season is in full effect. You know what I mean? Speaking of pulling up on people and people being smacked or needing to be smacked, anybody catch the BT
The
Awards?
victory slap.
The
Yeah,
victory
man.
slap heard around the world.
Apparently, the dude told Nipsey what he thought he was sexy.
No, I thought it was doing with his car.
That's
It was a
what I
car
heard.
thing,
Yeah.
bro. Like, here's the thing. You watch the video.
No. I've heard there's another guy that I follow. Shout out Tariq Nasheed. Tariq actually was texting Nipsey during the show, his show.
Oh,
And
really?
Nipsey told him the boy said something about him and he thought he was sexy. And that's when he slapped him.
Did you see the video?
Yeah, I seen it when he slapped him.
But but the video, it looked like the guy has an issue with like one of Nipsey's security or somebody walking
Yeah,
with a
right,
cone.
right.
So I thought it was a parking situation. And the guy came off as the aggressor because he knocked the dude cone out his hand or whatever,
I seen that.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, wow, you coming off real. And Nip just instinctively, you know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently.
And that thing was loud.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. You hear it on
It
the
was a
video
slap.
crisp. Like, it's, I'm like, damn.
Open hand slap.
He meant to disrespect him.
Yo, I would much rather smack someone than punch him in the face now. Like, I think smacking someone is the most disrespectful. This guy gave me the finger on my way home today. Another road rage incident in PA. Surprise, right? I know, I get them all the time. I would want to smack this guy. Like, I would never want to punch him in the face. No, that'd be me treating him like a man. No, I want to show you that you're lesser than me.
An open hand slap.
Oh my goodness, that's so disrespectful. But yeah, anybody catch the awards though? Anything?
I watched some of the performances. Miguel was with Meek Mill, right?
Meek Mill, yeah. He's on that Stay Woke song. How's the song? Anybody heard it?
It's cool.
I heard it.
It's the perfect song for him to put out, going through the situation he's in.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay.
It sound like a Meek song?
Nah, it sound like Meek intentionally did this song.
Well, I mean,
it sounds like
he's
what
been
I
on
mean
his,
is that
he's been on his way for a minute though.
It sounds like he intentionally did this song. Like, we gonna make a song that's going to talk about the situation. It feels like not just him regularly rapping and talking about his situations like all his other songs is, like him coming up. Right. This one feels like, all right, intentionally I'm going to touch on this. I'm going to say that. Let's get Miguel. You're going to sing a soft, mellow hook. It just feels like too forced to me.
But
that's all.
I don't know, man. I feel like he's been on this kind of wave for a minute. Like, I just downloaded Wins and Losses maybe a couple weeks ago.
That's upsetting.
I know. I was all
good album.
It's a great album. It really is. And I was very impressed with it. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much. But I was like, man, this is a good body of work. But he's talking that talk like on that Young Black America song. He's talking this talk back then. He came on with the ice cream freestyle talking this talk.
Young Black America had, like, granted, used that sample.
It had the Dream on
it. Yeah, it had a Dream on it. Yeah. Why is the Dream winning so much lately? Like, that's crazy. Like, he's on all over the Nas album. He's on that.
Yeah, Kanye always got the. He's on
Kanye like
that Pablo joint. Yeah,
that's interesting.
I think he likes the melodies.
Dream was on oh man, he was on a joint from the what was that, Cruel Summer?
Yeah.
Which one?
He was on that joint,
with Mace. Yeah, Mace had a verse on that. It was crazy.
That joint was crazy. But what the heck was we talking about? We got to the Dream. Talking about the Dreams playlist all of a sudden.
We talking about the Meek Mill quality. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, but that track it had that the J joint. Though.
Yeah, the Jay-Z.
So it sounded more like a Meek, like kind of coming a little. The one with Miguel, to me, it seems like it's meant to be. Like, it's a probation type. If they listen to what I'm doing, they can hear I got this song out.
Oh man, you trying to say he trying to politic? He trying to, you know what I mean?
I mean, it just feels like that versus the Young Black America joint. That joint was like, he didn't know he was going in. He didn't know he was going to do it. You know what I mean? He's spitting real. This one.
Think about it. If you're in his situation right now, he's not out of jail. He's out of jail, but
he's
like Tupac. He could go back. Yeah, that's what I mean. So he's got to kind of walk the line.
But you're a recording artist at the end of the day. And there's been people that's going into court that's been on bail. And that's distinguished what I do for a living versus...
But clearly they're not doing that in his case. Clearly they're taking everything that he raps about, talks about, and saying, oh, well, this is this is his life. This is what he does. And And I'm like, yo, this is entertainment. I thought at the end of the day.
The problem is, and I guess we're going to talk about this a little bit later, about what's going on with Meek, or we can dive into it.
We talk about Meek, yeah.
The problem is that they just refuse to take that judge off the case. Like, that's the problem. Is that the problem,
or is it that he's been on probation the whole law?
I mean,
it happened like 10 some years ago, right?
Who put him on probation?
The same judge, right?
Right.
Yeah, I get it, but...
I just felt like the fact that the arresting officer in his case has been found guilty of corruption, and all his other cases got thrown out except for this one. Yeah. Like, what is it about my case is that unique? Yeah, that's what I really need to know. Now I want to know.
So whose fault is that then? Is that his lawyer's fault?
I'm actually starting to be like, yo, what's up with your lawyers? Y'all can't get this. Like,
this
really?
Is a layup.
This is. And then here's the other thing I don't quite understand about his situation, dude. You have the support of everybody.
That's what I'm saying.
The governor, billionaires, like really, like yo, this country is built on this. Like yo, you can't get nobody to help you get this
That's why I said they got to remove that judge off the case, and or your lawyer situation got to be that much.
He can't be paying his lawyers enough. That was the first thing. Well, me and my friends just had this conversation back in the day. This is like many moons ago. But we used to say like $20 million you can beat anything. If you have $20 million is what it costs. You can beat a murder. You can beat anything in this country can be beat with $20 million invested into your legal fund. And that's just the number. We came up to a derivative number. We looked at the OJ situation. I think at the time T.I. was going through something. He's like, yo, if you got $20 million, you can beat this. And everybody who paid their legal team upwards around that much, $10 to $20 million, always walked. So I'm like, maybe Meek just doesn't have $20 million.
Meek said he don't got $20 million.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he said he don't. He said, who covered this for Jay? Covered some of his fees.
Yeah.
And
good.
Maybe
good.
Jay needs that. Yeah,
Taking his investment.
Right.
Rock Nation Management.
Yeah.
He's Jay Prince in this entire situation. Like, don't think Jay Prince cares about whatever's going on between Drake and Pusha.
Yeah. I mean, he said he ain't got the money. He wouldn't have had the money to pay that stuff.
And I think that's what it is.
My thing is, man, I understand y'all going. I respect the fact that y'all decided y'all gonna take care of my legal fees, but damn, take care of them too, though. You know what I'm saying? Give me some. My representation ain't as good as it should be. But then again, I don't know. I'm just assuming.
I'm surprised somebody wouldn't do something pro bono for him just because of the high
the
profile of the
publicity
celebrity.
that you get off.
But you figure it costs you money though too.
I mean,
time.
You
gotta get time and. But think about investigators looking into stuff and everything like that.
But think about the promotion you get, dude. You're basically supporting one of the biggest martyrs in hip hop right now. Yeah, everywhere you go, this dude is doing interviews on CNN.
Mm-hmm. He was supposed to go to the White House.
That's crazy.
Mill was?
Yeah. For prison reform. Yeah, he was.
Prison reform, and Jay-Z met with him the day of.
He was like,
"No,
don't
make
do that.
the narrative about you and not about prison reform."
Yeah, 100%.
Why would he even be thinking about meeting with Trump?
Yo, he's still the president, bro.
Huh?
At the end of the day, I mean, he's still the president. I know, I feel where you're coming from as far as like, yo, what's Trump going to do? But at the end of the day, I mean,
it ain't like Trump just got in office where this is just a photo op or a publicity op.
Yeah, but
I'm saying, we know this because this is what's been going on since he got in office.
Yeah.
So a year and a half into it, Trump wants to meet with me.
Think about it. Kim Kardashian met with Trump and got this girl out of prison. You know what I'm saying? And got this girl out of prison. Trump is pardoning people left. He didn't. But he got somebody. She got somebody pardoned. You meet with Trump, maybe you
Kim looked like, oh, look at all the great things I'm doing.
Yeah. Trump don't give a damn if she did it or not. He was letting her out.
Yeah, he was.
You know what I mean? Just because
photo op and it's Kim K. You know what I mean? Okay, cool. Why not?
And it's like, hey, look, Black America, I care about y'all.
Yeah.
I let grandma go home.
Yeah,
after 20 years. After 20 years, that's what it really is.
No, man, that's a fact, though, man. That's a fact. But I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know if it was a bad.
I'm gonna let grandma go home, but I'm gonna send the kids away or whatever the hell.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, man. He lived by different set of rules.
We were originally talking about the BET Awards.
Yeah.
Did you guys watch? Did you watch any of the performances?
I didn't see anything.
Yo, the J. Cole performance.
J. Cole performed?
Crazy.
Okay.
No, for real.
Yeah.
What song you did?
He does. I think the song is called Friends. I can't remember the actual name of it.
Okay.
It's off of his new album.
Yeah.
Wale and Daniel Caesar.
Okay. Oh, really?
They performed it with him. It was good.
I like Daniel Caesar a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
And then Nicki Minaj performed. She performed twice.
She looked weird.
That Chun-Li song, yeah. I liked it when it came out. Maybe it's just she performed that on, I think it was Saturday Night Live, and I thought it was like meh. And then she did it at the BET Awards, and the same thing. I'm like, all right, this song ain't really getting like.
If you're not performing it the week it comes out, and unfortunately, like we've even started conforming to this. That's what I think. It's like, all right, it's old. Real rap.
I wouldn't say it's old because the performance can sell you back on the song.
But that song wasn't hot enough even lyrically to keep it going. The beat was...
I like the delivery on the actual track. I just don't like it for live performances.
I wasn't that big of that. I wasn't big on. It's funny because the song that y'all didn't like, I actually kind of like. I like Barbie Teen. I don't know why. I like Barbie because you know why? She flips up the beat, and I like anytime you flip a beat. That's why I like Kendrick so much. He flips his beats and stuff like that. So I kind of like Barbie Teen.
And they performed the Her, Big Sean, YG, 2 Chainz performed with. I think it's called Big Bank.
Oh, yeah,
YG
new
joint.
song.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
I like YG too.
Yeah, listen, man, her buzz is over. I mean, like, who's
Yo,
checking for Nicki
The
anymore?
album's supposed to come out in a month, roughly.
2 months,
August,
month and a half.
right?
Sometimes. Did we get a hard date in August?
Yeah,
You
it's
said
in
August.
I don't know the exact date, but they definitely put a release
Okay.
date out.
That's what's up.
It can get pushed back. Who cares?
Yeah, but
I don't know.
you put out 4 songs already, 3-4 songs, right? Bed with Ariana Grande,
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Chun Li.
They're looking for a single that's
Yeah, so
gonna
you got
chart, and they can't find
3
it.
tracks already. I don't know if you can just scrap them.
Why don't you just call it? You know what I mean? Like, why are they still investing so much in Nicki Minaj?
Who else they gonna put? Yeah, that's the.
No, I'm just
female.
saying, like, you.
Wayne's gone.
No, it's not even that. What I'm saying is, like, after a certain amount of years, you know, they don't really put money in you like that. They don't push you. They ain't waiting for no singles to come. Like, I'm trying to think of another artist that I can compare her to that maybe the initial rollout is always heavy, right? Like Cardi, right? Cardi has a real big, huge, but like by the sophomore or third album, like why are we still promoting and pushing her like how she's a
Cardi
new artist?
situation? I think it's gonna work in her favor because she's been away now since the album came out. She
hasn't performed.
She won BET Female Artist too.
Oh, okay, nice.
She hasn't performed. There's no new videos.
But when she comes out, she can tour the album now.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. She'll be able to tour that album, and then it'll be like a whole new rollout for new music because we're not really getting new music right now.
But what I'm saying is, though, the machine behind Cardi is not going to invest as much the second go round as they did the first go round. It feels like they're investing so much in Nicki Minaj, who, in my opinion, is an established artist. Why are you still putting so much money? Beyonce don't have this. Beyonce just drops.
Still looking for a single? That's a waste of time. And that's what I was saying earlier, like about Drake. You don't need a single, dog.
You're Drake.
Your album.
Yeah, they actually putting the singles out and them not hitting kind of hurts you.
It hurts.
It does.
Right.
I
agree.
If it was just on the album,
put another one out. I think Catch. It's like, damn, we burned through the whole album.
Right, exactly. Next thing you know, they heard the whole project.
It's like, oh yeah, the album got pushed back to.
We gotta come up with more songs.
Yeah.
No, but that's a great point, man. I don't see why they're doing
and then
this.
singles, you know what? Real rap singles too. Sometimes what they do is, man, they take away from the concept of the album how you wanted it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like front to back, you already put your track list. Like, oh, I want this song, then it's gonna flow into this joint, then it's gonna flow into this. I'm taking that out and I'm giving you a single now, and it's just like if that don't catch, when I could have just dropped the album, you may have just followed it from 1 through 10 and be like, oh yeah, that joint was perfect. I gave you number 9 as a single. Now it's just like, that's what I'm saying. Some of them joints just don't catch like that.
You know, also I don't think people should do anymore. Stop announcing when you're releasing. Just release.
Yeah.
Or give me like a week's
toned
notice.
down a little bit though.
Give me a week's
Well,
notice.
I mean, not in this. I mean, I guess this summer's been a little
This
different.
summer.
But I think a lot of artists have recognized that.
Yeah.
That's what the Carters did. They just
Like
released.
Cole just dropped.
Cole just dropped.
Coming out Friday.
Right, and next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, this is banging. Like, you know what I mean? And your initial response is going to be more positive because, right, it's enough buzz, the word of mouth, the internet's going to learn about it.
What markets it.
That's what right. So you don't have to tell me when you're dropping the album. Just fucking drop the album. You know what I'm saying? And
I
then
actually like that more because I'm surprised.
I'm surprised.
Like, oh, man, we getting Cole album Friday.
And now I'm listening to the whole thing way more because
Right.
I'm looking for tracks that I want to listen to. I'm streaming it and replaying it way more than I would if I was like, oh, I know this is coming out. I'm not really feeling it. It's all right, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's how I feel with these Kanye releases. It's like, all right, we're the Nas thing is a perfect example. I was really excited about Nas.
Right.
And then again, I was like, I mean, it's cool.
So you're not a fan?
It's cool. No, I like the Nas album, but I understand why people can critique it now.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Nas. I'm always like his work. But I see the argument why people have been critiquing it. I do.
I just think, man, at the same time, people think you have an idea of what you want. And if you get that, cool, this was what I was talking about. And it's like, all right, why couldn't Nas said he did that already? Mm-hmm. He was trying to expand, try a different sound. Not to say this is what they did,
right.
But I'm just saying, like, you already know what you expect from Nas.
Mm-hmm.
So if Nas gives you something different because he wanted to experience. When Common tried that with Electric Circus, remember that joint? Mm-hmm. People were like, yo, is he crazy or is he high? Like, yada, yada, yada. Because we already knew what we wanted from Common.
Yeah.
And when he got back with Ye, see, this what he should have been giving us.
Right,
like you
right,
already
right,
knew
those
you was
People
gonna
like
like
what
it.
they like.
Yeah, exactly. That's what's basically going on. Like we don't get the artist a chance to think outside the box a little bit. Nicki, my opinion is that for me, she became too fake, body wise,
Yeah.
like
that's a fact.
image wise. It's too fake. Like
Well,
I
it's
don't
just
got
not
time
cool
for it.
anymore to be that image no more. Like, remember, like, I would say probably from maybe '05 to maybe just last 2 years. All that fakeness, all
It's overly
was cool. But
saturated,
now
man.
it's like, yo, everybody's team natural, and you know what I mean. Squats not shots and all that. You know what I'm saying? So like, she looks crazy now.
Nicki was one of the. We could say that one of the first mega stars that had that work done.
Her, well, K. Michelle
And-
too.
Well, Nicki had it done before K. Michelle.
I think they were around the same time.
You think so?
Yeah, I remember K. Michelle on 106 in Park before she got all that shit. She looked totally different. She was with your man. Your man can't brought her out. Your man put her on.
Kells now, huh?
No, I'm talking about JD. Goddammit.
K. Michelle.
Yes, JD.
Oh,
Yo, yeah, on 106 in Park, JD was helping kind of break K. Michelle at some
okay.
point. And like, I don't know whatever happened with that situation, but yeah, man, yeah, she was on. I remember because she had the blue hair. It was looking crazy.
But I know when Nicki first, it was more. It felt like it could have been hers at the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And she cute and she rapping. Now it's like she turned into Mariah Carey with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People
Too
don't
much.
relate to that.
Before we get off these the releases that we were just talking about,
Mm-hmm.
who would you want to see a 7-track album from with Kanye? Pick anybody.
That's a good question. Because the initial answer would have been Nas. I'm saying, I'm like, man, you put some great production with Nas, and I would be very interested to see how that would sound. But now,
Mine's Jay.
Hold on. How much time are you
I
giving?
don't know if I want to
to
see it yet.
You get
just go in there and get it done and then release it when y'all done?
like what they did now.
What they did now was on the time. I think it was on the time schedule, and I think they still did an amazing job. That's just my opinion, and that's for all the releases.
You know who I wouldn't mind hearing? I just thought about this, and he's on good music. Sean.
Big
Yo,
Sean.
I think they gotta have something cooking. For
I'm
him.
like, yo, why isn't Sean around? Like, Sean to me is one of the nicest lyricists on good music. Next to maybe him and Saha, probably top two, right?
I
Well,
think-
Push is up there. Push
Only
is up
thing I really think about to myself though, man, and I could be wrong. I don't know. I hope I'm not, but I just think that for showing who he is as the rapper, I mean, I think it probably will still work. I was about to say, I think like that Metro Boomin thing, I expected so much out of that because he's that type of rapper. Like to me, he would sound
didn't like
a little
it?
bit.
Or didn't like you didn't think it?
No,
lived up
I
to
liked it.
expectations?
What I'm saying is that I expected those type of sounds is more relatable for Sean to me because of what type of rapper he is, versus him going to a more. I mean, but then Kanye.
You know why? You know why I thought I changed my tune on that? Because I feel where you coming from. The 2088 album. That's what made me because that's way more melodic beats.
Yeah,
it's
it
way
is.
more sample. We just listened to Talk Show earlier.
Yeah.
That's a bunch of
Nah,
samples in it, and I'm like,
yeah.
oh man, a Ye Sean collab exclusive that might knock a little bit. I'd be curious. I'd be here for that. What would you say?
I want to hear Jay-Z.
Hove?
Yeah.
Didn't they do that already?
So yeah, but I think they haven't. We haven't heard Jay-Z, Kanye, anything in years.
You know what's funny? I actually prefer the No ID Jay-Z collab more than probably most of the Jay-Z
Keep in
Kanye
mind, they
collabs
had
I've
a
heard.
year and a half, 2 years.
But think
to
about
work
it.
on that
Kanye and Jay-Z been working together since
It don't
the
matter.
late 90s, bro.
It doesn't matter.
Like, think about the tracks that you've heard that Kanye's produced of Jay. Like,
Crazy.
they cool.
They just cool. Okay.
I mean, some of them crazy, but you know what I mean?
Lucifer.
I'm trying to think of that standout track, like outside of like maybe Encore. It's another big track that I like from like Blueprint that Kanye did.
Ain't no love.
Run this town.
Yeah, Run This Town is okay, but like I don't know, man. They just I
Put it
like the No
like this.
ID Marriage. It
To
just
me,
sounds
if
better.
it wasn't a Kanye sound with Jay, it wouldn't even be a No ID album with Jay.
No ID is Kanye's mentor.
But who was in the door with Kanye first? if I walked through the door right now with Kev, you knew me.
I thought No ID and Jay had a relationship
didn't.
before Kanye
No, they
came on.
did.
Are you serious?
I'm 100% serious.
I'm not going to doubt you only because
They
it's a producer.
didn't.
But all right.
They didn't. Matter of fact, No ID didn't have a relationship to Jay-Z from the story, how the story was told. And
Isn't this on College Dropout? Like the.
At the end.
that ain't how No ID
Yeah.
met. He just saying No ID was my mentor.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
song.
Talk to, yeah.
But what happened was, I mean, from what I understand to be true, when they was working on American Gangster, Jermaine Dupri went to the studio because he had a song on there, and then No ID had a song on there. But when he went to New York to work on the track, he brought No ID with him. He introduced Jay-Z to No ID.
Interesting.
Jay-Z was like, "Yeah, who the boy? Oh, that's No ID."
Of course.
I'm just telling you.
You know it's going to be a so-so-dust connection somewhere. I knew that was... The minute I heard
Y'all
Jermaine Dupri, I was like,
want
here
the
we go.
facts, or y'all want the y'all want
Hey,
to
man,
make
no,
something
I love
up?
the fact,
Y'all
bro.
wanna make something up.
Yeah.
That's
I love the
exactly
facts.
what. And if you check the credits on American Gangster, the last two songs,
I thought Diddy did American Gangster.
nah, he ain't do that.
LA
No, he did, no, that was, the Bad Boy 2 soundtrack that,
No, Diddy did do some tracks.
That song.
Put on remix.
Yeah, no, he did.
No. Diddy did do some of the tracks on American Gangster. Well, I don't want to say he hit
Nah,
them.
he
Yeah,
did.
exactly. His
Hitman.
crew did.
Right.
Hitman did.
And no, that was on
That
that
was
was on the
American
Bad
Gangster.
Boys 2 soundtrack. Trust what I tell you.
No, trust what I'm telling you.
Listen, man,
It
I
was
know this
American
for a fact.
Gangster.
I know this was for a fact.
Bad Boys 2 soundtrack, I think only had one joint, and it was
Bad
the
Boy,
La
first
La
of
La
all,
remix.
Bad Boys 2
That was
soundtrack
produced.
came
The
out.
whole album was produced by Bad Boy, right? You know that, right?
What's that?
Like Diddy and them produced that. Yeah, that's why it was kind of like their thing. It was kind of like a
no,
thing.
no,
When
right.
the big joint was on there. We the real. with
Yeah,
the-
yeah.
But what I'm saying is that American Gangster, Puff and the Hitman or whoever it is he had, they did produce a lot of those tracks off that album.
Okay.
And then towards the end, because remember Pharrell had a couple,
Mm-hmm.
and then No ID had one and Jermaine had one.
So who's your pick?
What's
7-track album
To
from
go with
Kanye.
Ye, a 7-track album. Oh man. I can go with a Cole or a Kendrick joint. I'm using two people.
A Cole would be interesting.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be. I didn't even consider that one.
I
That
mean,
would
I
actually
thought-
be interesting.
When Cole, honestly, like when he came out, when he first came out, I thought he was trying to be Kanye.
They could do they should do a double where Cole produces 7 tracks
and let Ye
and
produce
then
another
Ye
7.
produces 7 tracks and then they rap on each other's and just put it out.
I don't
as
want to
a-
hear Ye on a Cole track.
What?
I don't want to hear Ye spit no more. I'm done.
I
with
like
Ye
that
spit.
idea though.
You don't
Nah, I
want
would
to
listen
hear
to
Ye
it.
spit no more?
Nah, I'm
You're
good
done
with
with
that.
Kanye?
I'm
Nah.
good with
Nah.
Kanye West.
You
raps.
get Kanye West once again. You give him
You just got the
a time.
I'm great with him producing. I'm
Yeah.
good with him.
you just
rapping.
got the most Kanye verses
I know.
5 weeks that more than you've gotten in probably 3 years.
And name me one verse that said. Give me a line. Give me a bar that stands out.
That stands out. Like,
Calm down, you light skin is the only thing I remember.
Nah, he said
That's
Russell was gonna pray for me. I'm gonna pray for him because he got me too. Whatever.
Yeah.
I like that bar.
Yikes.
Because
Okay.
he did get me too.
Okay.
It's funny. It took me a while to actually pick that up. One day I was just driving. He said, "I'm gonna pray for him because he got me too." I'm like, "Me too." Oh, he
Yeah,
did
the
get
Me
me
Too.
too.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, the
okay.
Me Too thing,
Gotcha.
yeah.
But nonetheless, though, let's really take the moment to think about what just really happened. Though we got 36 tracks
Yeah.
Yeah.
within 30 days. I don't think that's ever happened. From one
But I mean,
producer.
is it
Keep
of
going.
this?
Huh?
Keep going. They should have done the whole Good Summer. Like, let
But-
the whole
keep-
Travis Scott joint.
We can even stop
Let
it right now though. Like,
side
yo,
joint.
you know how much? That's a lot, man. I
is.
respect his work ethic because a lot. You can say like I think we may have talked about this, but you can say, "Oh, I only feel 3 songs off of this album, 4 off of that one. That one may have given me the set."
That's
Yo, out of
still
a month,
yeah,
he's giving
15
you,
tracks.
You want at least say out of 36, you felt at least 25 of them.
Yeah, I would give you that.
That's crazy.
Nah, I mean, listen, Kanye, we're not doubting his ability from a production standpoint. I think that's a lot to take on in a short period of time. But like going back to what we were talking about earlier, based on his previous works, does it feel complete? Like, does this taint him in any way off the strength that maybe we felt like the songs weren't as grand as they could have been? That's all I would say. But I mean, listen, that's a conversation we're gonna keep on having. And I'll be really anxious to hear this re-release of Tiana Taylor's project on Friday, just to see whether or not the production is improved or if there's more additional samples, songs, and all that. So we'll be staying tuned. But
and you actually one last thing about it.
Mm-hmm.
We more privy to more information now than we would have been before. Because before it would have been like, oh yeah, the album got pushed back, and we would have never known why. But now because of social media and just more, I guess, interaction with the entertainers and what's going on, we know a lot more than what we should have known. Like we would have never known before that. Oh yeah, well it probably would have never happened, but oh yeah, it was missing some drums on this song, or this song was missing some. We would have never known that information to even think that it should have been more to it. Because I felt like I said, one of the songs ended a little faster than I would have thought, but I would have never known it was stuff really missing.
Nah, I just figured it was the way they made
it. It's the way they made it, but come to find out. So I think we'll see what happens. I think it's gonna be a lot better though.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm anxious to hear what it's gonna look like. I think it's gonna be an Evolution album, kind of like with that Life of Pablo stuff. But want to switch gears a little bit. You know what I mean? Obviously we have to touch on the sports of the week. James Harden is your MVP. We're all cool with that. Everyone unanimous. James Harden. Yeah, man. I mean,
James Harden's a bust.
Oh damn! How you feel?
Yeah,
He's a bust.
He's a bust. Outside of 82 game, what has he done after game 82? What has he done?
He's gotten to the Western Conference Finals twice.
After 82, what has he done for you?
He's gotten to the Western.
How many good games has he had in the last playoff series?
I tell you what he did. He missed like 23 pointers in game 5.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, you're there by. Oh yeah, in game 5 you had Chris Paul there, but game 6, game 7 he had no help. Listen,
that's when you're supposed to drop 50.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that 1 against 4 is 4.
When the announcers,
Russell Westbrook won last year, and he didn't
make it out the first round.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, he lost to James Harden, Houston Rockets in the first round.
Yo, Harden to me, that even the announcers was saying it. They was like, look, he only has 1 good game each series, and that's it.
So who should have won it, Mike?
LeBron.
Thanks, Mike.
LeBron.
Yeah, a.k.a. Mike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love
LeBron's
low
on that, man.
I know, right?
LeBron, whoa.
LeBron James.
Low here?
Oh,
Nah, shout low.
that's funny.
I don't know, man. I mean, you figure, it would have had to been somebody valuable to their team. Like,
the team doesn't even make the playoffs without LeBron.
Nah, I get it, but you don't want to give I mean, you can start that. I guess that you don't really. They don't really do that. Give it to the guy that loses. Like,
what do you mean?
They did last year. They did it this year.
What do you mean the guy that loses? What do you mean we say that?
The MVP?
No, not of the finals. We talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm talking about the regular season.
I mean the regular season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't.
You think you have to make it to the finals or to win that award?
No, it's a regular season award.
They give out the MVP of the finals? Do they give out the MVP of the
playoffs?
finals?
The finals.
No, not
the finals
MVP.
But see, that's the problem. See, when people say LeBron should have got it. Like, it ain't like their regular season was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, here's what I would say.
They dismantled the whole team.
And that's probably
give me a whole new fresh batch of guys, and I'm going to take them to the chip.
You think that his let's say persuasion don't have nothing to do with that?
I think it has everything to do with it. I'm not playing with these guys. I want get them out of here.
So you can't complain when they trying to just piece together like whatever it is to keep you happy. Yo, LeBron, how about you made it to the finals with these dudes last time? Y'all just lost to a better team. How about y'all get I don't know. You know, you can't just keep changing out the puzzle pieces because they don't fit all the time.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, actually, that's exactly what you
did. That's the problem. That's why they not winning.
That's the new NBA.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that's true.
Well, no, I mean, I wouldn't even say that, though, Mike. I mean, if you think about it, the level of... He actually lost... His second unit, that like when he traded all those players, was worse than the first group, right? In my opinion. But the first group wasn't bad because they weren't skilled. They were bad because they were old and slow and lazy. You know what I mean? They got comfortable with LeBron. So LeBron brought in 4 guys that ain't never been to the playoffs before, ain't never really had no legitimate success, and said, all right, guys, I need y'all to help me get over the hump. But these guys didn't have nearly the level of skill set of the players they gave up. You know what I mean? They don't even have the pedigree. You know what I mean? What's the guy? Rodney Hood ain't no Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade's old. I get it. But come
who
on.
created the environment like this?
He did.
And still thrived in it. That's my thing. So I'm not a LeBron James fan. I think
regardless if he did the whole I'm going to South Beach, this was inevitable to happen. But players would have figured like, yo, certain people want to win a chip. Kevin Durant wanted to win a chip.
But I don't think I don't think the next generation is going to do it because I think that they're now seeing, you know, the ridicule that guys like LeBron and KD is getting. They're like, nah, I'd rather like Westbrook could have probably went to another team and formed a suit. He's not doing that. It's a couple of guys that's not doing that. You know what I mean? So I think
You
that
think Chris Paul did that?
Yeah, I definitely think Chris Paul definitely did that. He's ring chasing, but he's older though. Like it's cool to me. If you're an older player, I don't mind it as much. Like Kevin, to be honest with you, it wasn't LeBron. It was really Garnett, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce that really got together. They're kind of the ones that kind of started this. Not for nothing.
But they was like, that is true. But they was more or less like those. I don't want to say old guys, but
because they still had a lot left.
I don't think people LeBron moved or went to South Beach. I think it's just the fashion that he did it, like ESPN special.
Yeah, LeBron James.
Not even that, but though
we gonna make it a big deal.
I did it because we not only were we gonna win one,
not two, not three, not four, not 5, 7 of them things.
Yeah, that was extra. But what I'm saying about LeBron is this though. Like now in today's climate, you can go through a season, you can get to the finals, you can lose game 7. You could have took the Warriors. What they went to 6 last time, right?
5.
They had Kyrie.
Oh yeah, last year.
Yeah.
Last year they only won 5.
No. What about the
year before when they won it? They won 7.
When they won it, they won 7.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say you go 5. You still in the Eastern Conference Finals. I mean, not the Eastern Conference, the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Y'all really gonna explode your whole entire team. Remember back in the day though. I hate saying back in the day though, but back in the day, if y'all get that far, y'all may change a piece, one player or two. But it wasn't gonna be no superstars.
Well, no, it started with one player, meaning the most important player next to LeBron James, saying, "I want out."
Yeah, I think if
Kyrie don't leave,
the same team will roll.
Absolutely, I'm keeping it. It's the same. All right, here's another one. Since you don't like going back in history, but we're gonna go back in history. Shaq and Kobe, right? They went to the finals. They lost to Detroit. What happened the next year? All right, Shaq, you up out of here,
well,
bro.
They had that going on already.
Don't matter though, but I mean,
now
all I'm saying is,
official.
but it's the same type of dynamic. You got 2 dominant players. That's arguably the best 1-2 combination in history.
Right.
And you still get rid of Shaq, and Shaq still got enough left to get another chip in Miami? Nah, you're not doing that.
Because
you know what I mean?
Kobe's he's forcing your hand.
How's Kobe forcing your hand? Kobe's under contract. Kobe ain't forcing your hand.
Nah, Kobe was forcing their hand. Kobe, he was like he wants to roll.
No,
it got to be either one. Either him or
everybody always blamed Kobe.
Like
it's a combination of a lot. It was Phil saying like, listen, this guy is lazy and he's not putting forth the effort.
Who, Shaq?
It's Kobe. Yeah, so I'm like, yo, don't everyone always just says it's Kobe. Oh, Kobe wanted to know. So there's a lot of people wanting to Shaq out of it.
With Shaq saying that, Shaq even admitted to it. So at the end of the day, Kobe like, yeah, either y'all get rid of this bum or look to get rid of me.
Nah, it wasn't get rid of him.
You know what I mean?
But it wasn't even an ultimatum. It was just like, yo, it should be, you know what I mean? I want this guy to work as hard as I'm working. And the Laker organization is like, all right, well, Kobe is at least 4 or 5 years younger than Shaq.
Right.
Kobe got way more left in the tank than Shaq do, and I could probably find another dominant big man to play alongside Kobe, a la Paul Gasol. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it worked out for everybody in the end, but I'm just saying, like, this happens. Like, it's not like it's uncommon that 2 dominant players want to separate. That's just how it goes.
My last argument.
I want to ask you real quick though, because you didn't answer the question.
What was the question?
If you don't give it to LeBron, who do you give it to?
MVP?
Yes.
Let me think about this.
If you gotta think that long, then it should go to LeBron.
Nah.
It shouldn't be someone next.
I'm not trying to overlook anybody that's really
But it should be. It's only a handful of players, Mike. You know what I mean? It's only a handful of people that's deserving of an MVP award. So, like, I'll even give you some names. How about this? Anthony Davis. You think he should have been MVP?
His numbers was better.
Do you think he should have been? His numbers weren't better than LeBron James.
Nah, honestly, I think his numbers was as far as rebounding.
Rebounding, perhaps. It definitely wasn't scoring. It definitely wasn't assists. Come on, bruh. Come on. What about? All right, I'll give you another name. Who else were they saying? Westbrook, right? They were saying that he had 2 consecutive seasons averaging triple double.
Yeah, that don't got nothing to do with how you contribute to the team. It's weird. Yo, ain't that weird how that number can be tainted though?
Yes.
What, you can leave a triple double.
Well, yeah, if you take 60 shots a game, you're gonna.
Well, no, it's not even about that. It's about
just,
the fact he get those gimme rebounds. That's really what I would think about with Westbrook getting those triple doubles.
But it just feel like
because he's a point guard.
Yeah, it just still feel like you may have put up a triple, but you didn't help your team. Like
they didn't win.
It's like
his stats were good.
Yeah, your stats was great, but your team is like AI.
Yeah.
AI always.
Nah, I look at that a little bit differently because if you're averaging triple double, that means you're doing more. So like you're doing,
that mean that
you're rebounding, you're assisting, you're putting your guys in position to be successful.
I think technically what it also means is that you drawn enough attention where if you do decide to finally pass off,
guys
it should be an easy bucket.
Guys gotta make a shot. And they want to make a shot.
Layup, and you got Melo and George running with you,
and they want to make shots. They want to make shots.
When is he going?
Melo's washed. He is washed.
He didn't ball. That was
Melo from back home.
Hype.
Melo was washed
When he signed there.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing.
He's a rat.
I think he working out. I think I seen an Instagram clip.
I mean, he's working out after that. Yo, his best season is hoodie season. You know what I mean? Like his off season. Like everybody be hyped about Melo doing the off season, then come regular season, he don't do shit. All right, Mike can't give us a name.
No,
so
I'm
we'll
thinking
just move
like,
on.
yo, you can go like, honestly, like you could say, I mean, if you really think about it, instead of just giving them rookies, rookie of the year, and some of them rookies could qualify for MVP.
Who? Donovan? You think Donovan Mitchell was an MVP candidate? Nah, son.
You could put him up there. Why not?
Nah.
You gave him you qualified him for rookie of the year.
Yeah, and he win that.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, that could have. I mean, Ben could have been.
No, stop! Stop it! My MVP has to be able to make a jump shot.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
what I'm saying is that
he kind of balled for a little bit.
My MVP has to score more than 1 point in a playoff game, bro.
This is a regular season MVP.
When he got hurt, he balled for a couple weeks.
He did. Embiid got hurt. He was balling, but he's not an MVP.
I mean, that's why Kyrie
left. I'm not LeBron.
LeBron is always going to be number one on
but
that
in your 15th season, and even Kyrie said it. Kyrie was even saying, like, you got to give it to LeBron.
Kyrie would say anything he feel like saying at the time.
Yeah.
Kyrie also said the earth was flat, right? Didn't Kyrie say that?
Yes. Kyrie did say that, man. Kyrie did say
that. I mean, whatever. It is what it is.
Hey, man, that's all us anything. All right, that's it with the sports stuff. I'm not even going to go into the Kawhi thing and the liquor deal.
What about, Travar? This is NFL. I know you guys don't watch the NFL. Travis Jackson?
Action Jackson, what's up with him?
He pulled a gun out on this girl. And she was like, I hope you're more accurate with that gun than you are throwing passes on the field.
Yeah. See, those are things that deserve home hand smacks. Yo, that's crazy. Huh? That's Tavares. Wasn't he in Minnesota?
I don't think so.
Where's Tavares Jackson at?
No, he just got drafted. Dang, why I got this?
No, you're thinking LeVar. You're thinking about the guy from Louisville that the Ravens drafted.
That's what you're talking about.
That's what you're talking about?
Quarterback.
Yeah. He just said the name wrong.
Oh, he fucked up the name. Oh, all right.
Travis Jackson.
No, it's I think it's Lamar. I know what you're talking about.
Action Jackson.
Yeah.
And then
for real?
I didn't hear that story, but
I read it on Instagram the other day. And Janoris Jenkins from the Giants, a body was found.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, body was found in his house. Yeah.
Identified as a family friend that was living there when he was out of town. That was according to ESPN. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane.
How's a body found at your house, though? Like,
that's on ESPN. Second story. Brother of Giants Jenkins charged in death. So his brother was charged with killing this guy, I guess.
That is
Oh, so they ain't really your. I mean, you're not really there. It's your crib, but you probably staying somewhere
If it's
else.
your crib, you're responsible. That's how it goes. But that's crazy though.
Well, you out of town, I don't think.
Dude, what? It's your house.
So hold on. It ain't like it's you thinking about drugs and stuff like that. Yo,
Nah,
I can
man.
own a house in Cleveland. That mean, and I'm out in LA all year long. You mean to tell me because the body at my crib,
Hey man, we got
living with my brother, my brother's girlfriend gets murdered at my crib. They renting off of me.
We got.
Now I gotta go to jail for murder.
Tavares Jackson, Seattle Seahawks quarterback.
Yeah, see, that's not. Yeah, that's not.
Yeah, I'm like,
LeVar
I know I
Jackson.
said the name right.
No.
I
Well,
thought
he's
you
thinking
meant
about
Ashton
the
Jackson.
guy that his kid just got drafted out of Louisville.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be next Michael Vick. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Damn. Wow. Oh well.
NFL starts in less than 30 days.
Eh,
Well,
I'm not really as invested right now in the league. I need to be closer. It's too far away.
ain't
Yeah,
no
I mean,
sports
so-
on, man. Well,
it's
NBA
not.
probably starts back up like in a week.
Well, the NBA starts up this weekend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm excited.
Summer League?
No, free agency, bro.
Oh.
That's what I'm waiting on. Free agency is going to be the best, right? Since we still on it, man. Kawhi, the Lakers said today that they're trying to land Kawhi by Friday. The Spurs would be idiotic to trade Kawhi to the Lakers, given their history.
Why?
Well,
Because the Lakers and Spurs have a rivalry, and they're in the same conference.
You don't want to play there.
I feel you, but don't send him to your rival so he can whoop your ass 4 times a year. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not what we want to do. We're not going to treat this like how who was it? The Eagles sent your man down to the Redskins to ball out like that. We're
Michael
not doing
Vick
it. No,
Owned them on Monday night.
I'm talking about the D-Jack, man. Deshaun.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Y'all
All
sent
right.
Deshaun Jackson to the
Yeah, he did.
freaking Redskins.
Came back home.
Right. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, what are we doing? Anything else going on in the sports world?
they said LeBron got to make a decision, right? By the Friday.
He said he said that he
Friday.
want, no.
Ultimatum?
They
They
wanted
said by the 29th.
he wants a decision to be made with one of those other superstars, so he doesn't feel like he's the first one to make the decision. Like for example, like let's say they all want to go to LA, but no one wants to be the first to go to
Man
LA.
up to do something, man. I want somebody else to make a decision, and then man up.
Dude, you seen what happened the last time. I mean, last time he made a decision, his jerseys was being burnt in the city of
I mean, if
Cleveland.
he leaves Cleveland, that's it. They're setting that
He
organization
gave y'all
back like
something
25.
that y'all
Hey, but yeah, like y'all got something that
He
y'all
did
hadn't
good.
gotten in 60 plus years.
y'all
Like,
got to go to 4 straight finals,
yeah.
and he got you a chip.
And I got your
He
chip.
delivered.
I'm a legend in this town. Y'all better be grateful for
Yeah.
these last 4 years. We boosted the economy.
Now, granted, that's gonna go back to hell.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
They're the nation back.
So I'm sure it's like,
They were
damn.
playing basketball at a high school gym.
Hey man, y'all should have been living it up while you could. Appreciate it.
Save
And
that
Gilbert.
bread up.
Appreciate it. No, I want to shout out to Eagles fans. Appreciate it. Don't be so super critical of your team this year
Nah,
if they
man.
start losing.
Nah,
Appre-
I want another chip.
See, there you go. See, that's that ungrateful Eagle fan,
They,
right?
they wanted chips when they was ass. So they definitely now they feel like they great now.
They feel like they deserve it. Y'all feel like y'all,
Yeah.
man. They feel like they the Patriots. We gonna be here every year. Not one, not two,
That's
not
the plan.
Hey, did you know on the NFL Network they do this top 100 NFL players? Carson Wentz was rated 3rd.
For real?
Tom Brady's got to be 1 or 2.
Nah, I think
Antonio
Tom Brady
Brown
low.
was number 2.
All right, I can see that.
Aaron Rodgers is 10. Why is Carson Wentz rated over Aaron Rodgers?
He had a better
forgot.
year.
He didn't even win a Super Bowl. What?
So what? He won like 13 games.
Great. It's Aaron fucking Rodgers, bro.
Wasn't he hurt last year too?
No, Aaron Rodgers wasn't hurt. His receivers were, and he still put up some decent numbers.
Did they even make the playoffs? Nah.
Did they make the playoffs?
They
Oh
didn't.
no, they lost because Minnesota
Yeah.
got him in there. Yeah. Okay. I mean, so you're saying that Carson Wentz is better than Aaron Rodgers? For the record.
No, I'm saying last year he had a better year.
I'm okay.
It's like a what
is he a top? Is he a better rank? Like, should his score on like Madden?
But is it
higher
all
than-
time high? But to that point right there,
Right.
if I ball out this year in the NFL, my rating in Madden is going to be higher than somebody who didn't ball out.
but
That had a pedigree
the
of balling
the
out.
contingency on you balling out is based upon your surrounding pieces, right?
Yeah.
So Carson Wentz, you can make the argument, had a better surrounding cast or supporting cast than Aaron Rodgers. Does that mean that Carson Wentz is a better player than Aaron Rodgers?
I don't
And
think
that's where.
I think that's the argument you're making.
Oh, that's you straight up now. Right? Well, if he's ranked higher than him, I think that's the only way I can interpret it, right?
Because he had a better season last year.
Okay, all right.
If the Eagles went 1-15,
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers is ranked better.
And for the record, Carson Wentz didn't even play the last 2-3 games.
2 games. He won.
I think
12,
Aaron Rodgers played all his
dog.
games, but he played all his games.
They had an X next to their name before he.
Aaron Rodgers played more
you
games than Carson Wentz last year.
You clinched the playoff before he even went out.
Yo, you're riding with your man Wentz. It's so funny to see this after we didn't even think he was going to beat the fucking Panthers. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that he's going to have a bad year.
Oh, yeah, he's going to have a slump. He's going to... what was that kid from Raiders I was talking about last week? What's the guy's name? Freaking... who had a great year and then fell off last year.
I think the Eagles are going to do what the Phillies did.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Damn.
They won the chip.
Get
And then
relaxed.
they made it to, not the World Series, but the
like the
NL
playoffs.
Finals
Yeah,
or whatever, and then they lost. And then Ryan Howard got hurt, and then it was a wrap. And
But
the
isn't
Phillies
that
were done
still
for 10 years.
But wait a minute, isn't that here's why I don't, man, y'all Philly fans frustrate me. Y'all don't appreciate what Mike just said that the Cavs should have been appreciating. Y'all had a run where y'all made 4 consecutive NFC conference championship games.
Yeah.
And didn't appreciate none of them. And got to a Super Bowl. And didn't appreciate none of that experience. And then went to a point where you weren't even making the playoffs.
You didn't win.
Dude, you were in contention.
So what?
Would you rather not be in contention at all?
Malone sits around I never won.
Would you rather not be in contention at all?
Career.
Would you rather not be in contention at all?
Yeah, would you rather not make the playoffs?
Would you rather be Tracy McGrady and only win one round?
I'd rather win once than make it every year to the finals and lose.
Okay, so you'd rather not be the Buffalo Bills. And I understand that. But the Buffalo Bills still got there. Y'all still made a run.
They never made it over the hump, man.
So basically what you're telling me is, at this point, and you went to the Super Bowl, so this is a great question to ask you. You witnessed this live. So at this point, you're good. You don't need another.
My dad's 50 plus years old, and he never saw the Eagles win a Super Bowl. There's people that
I get you.
Their whole lives never saw it.
I get it. But you're good now.
Yeah,
so they can suck next. They can be the Phillies, and it doesn't matter.
No, it does.
Wait a minute. That's what I was getting to.
I still want them to win, but
I get you, but
I don't want to make the NFC Championship game every year for the next decade and lose.
But that gives you a possibility to win.
Yeah, I want to win the whole thing, man.
Yo, we'll be here all day with that.
Yeah, you will.
The Cubs, right? The Cubs. How long did the Cubs draft?
100-something years, some shit.
2 years.
There's people that never saw that.
Yeah,
Mike, you good now with the Cubs? If they don't ever win another,
I'm good.
Because it happened in his lifetime.
What I'm saying is that, it's good, but they also still competing though. That's what.
Yeah, but
you
are
gotta
you cool
enjoy
with them
every
making
season.
to the World Series 3 more times and losing?
You don't want your team to lose, but you do want them to contend.
Yeah, I do.
Would you rather have them make it 4 more times and lose, or win 1 more time and then be terrible for 10 years?
Or 100 plus. No, let's
Or
go
100
years.
100 years.
Yeah.
Hold on. What you mean? Be terrible though?
The Phillies they won the World Series.
They went back to
I think 2 years after where they made it back, and then they were horrible for a decade.
Has it been a decade?
They won in 07, right?
I thought it was 08 for some reason. But okay,
Yeah,
07, 08.
I thought it was 09.
Yeah.
08,
But either way, okay.
Been almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
They're good now, for the
They're
record.
decent right now. All right, let's take it easy.
Yeah.
And a wide open league too.
Yeah.
Right? The National League is wide open. No one's running away with this shit.
I'm satisfied with watching. The Cubs just won. Cool. 2 years ago. I'm cool with them getting back. If they get back to the World Series or whatever it is, I'm going to appreciate that as if they won.
The Bulls, if the Bulls never win again, are you cool with that?
Nah, I would rather see them compete though. Like Greg said, I'm not going to take it for granted. oh, they didn't win it, so that season is just a choke.
Yeah.
You gotta ride the wave.
You
like,
got
cool,
to.
man. We
Like,
got
I want to be in here for the playoffs. I want to be able to have
exactly.
extended seasons and going
You
out
wanna
to the
be watching-
bar, watching the game.
I want to watch the
watching-
Cubs in October.
Right.
Versus, it's
I can deal with that heartbreak in October because at least we're in October.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At
I
least
think
we
you guys
made it
have
this
won
far.
too many times. From where you're from.
yeah.
You can say
could
that.
be it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
Like
We don't even have that many teams where I'm from.
Like
so.
imagine living in Boston, right? And you're from Boston. You see a championship almost every year.
Yeah,
in
if
one
you're
major
like-
sport.
If you're like 15, if like you're a teenager in Boston, you're the fucking
Yeah.
spoiled little
Yeah.
prick.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
for real. Like you don't even know losing. Like if you're
Yeah.
like you're 20 years old in Boston, like you're like, oh man, all right, so in a couple years we got
You
another
just used to
another
win.
Yeah.
parade coming.
I wanted that feeling.
So enjoy the one.
There you go, right? You
I
gotta
want like
enjoy
10
it, man.
more. But
You
anyway.
want 10 more.
That's funny, man. All right, fellas, we touched on a lot, man. You guys got any songs? Anything?
Yeah, man, let's get to it.
Yeah,
The Commission Podcast playlist available on Spotify. I don't know what number we're at.
24. Last week you said we were at 24.
All right, so this is playlist 24. You can
24. We should add T.I.'s 24 to this
24,
week's
so
playlist.
Why not?
trap music.
Trap music. What you know about that?
Yeah, I got some songs. I listened to a couple albums that I don't know if you listened to J Rock album yet. I'm a big fan of the J Rock album.
know.
Man.
I gotta get on to that, and I gotta get on the Think Free. joint.
That's another joint I got off
gotta
the
get
on
on
my
both of
playlist.
those.
But off the J Rock album, he has a track with Jeremiah, who is highly. I said this last week. I think Jeremiah is one of the most slept on R&B artists, and I don't think his career was managed the way it should have been. But he has a joint called Tap Out on there, which is, I think it's a banger.
Oh well.
Off the Think Free album, I like the intro, and then I like Blood Pressure with Lil Wayne. You guys listen to that song?
Nah, not yet.
Yo,
You sent me this right
Listen
now.
to it, and then how old do you think the Wayne verse is? Just
Why
the
is
way
it hot?
What does he reference? He must have
not,
a
even
whole
the way,
ass
not
reference.
even what he referenced, just
Yeah.
how he raps
How it
and
sounds.
and how it sounds.
Oh, he must be still on drugs.
Yo, I liked it. I thought
Yeah.
the verse was crazy.
Nice.
And then I got off the George. I'll go to some R&B music off the
Smith.
Georgia Smith album.
How's that album?
I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good album. I'm gonna go with. There's a joint called Teenage Fantasy on there, which I think is good. And then I'll hit you with my Tiana Taylor joint, which is Hurry. I like Kanye's verse on that.
Okay. All right.
It's too short though. The song's too short.
Oh, most of her songs are rather short.
It's a 20-minute album. I just want to point it out.
It is a short
8
album.
tracks in 20 minutes is crazy.
It's like 23 minutes, right?
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mike or me?
Go ahead, Greg.
All right, cool.
We still look.
No problem, man. I'm still riding this Carter wave, man. Sorry. You gonna hear? I don't even know if this is gonna be on the playlist, but I'm just gonna say it.
It is. It's on Spotify.
Oh, cool.
They
awesome.
put it on every streaming
Oh, yeah, they
platform
did.
just
Oh,
so
that
they
was
could
smart.
say
Just
that
so
they had the #1 album.
That was smart. 713, the story of B and Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I really like that song, man. I
Cool
listened
Dre,
to the
right?
lyric.
Yeah.
Yeah. I listened to the lyrics on that the other day, man. Jay is spit, man. Jay, I like grown man music
Yeah.
now. That's my new. We need to have a genre of
Yeah.
rap for that, man. Grown man hip hop.
Who's in that category other than Jay?
I will. Huh?
Did he?
What you mean?
Diddy's not a lyricist though.
No, but like,
Just
who
grown
you
man.
putting in grown Jeezy?
I would put.
I think it'd be there are gonna be too many people. Nas,
Yeah, Nas definitely. Black Thought recently.
Ti.
Joe Budden. That
I'm upset Joe Budden stopped rapping.
huh?
I'm upset that he stopped.
Yeah, man, because that Raging Machine is one of my
Yeah,
favorite
it's
albums,
hot.
bro. Like, I really like that album. That's a really good one. And it's grown. It's a grown sound. So, yeah, guys like that. Guys like that. Styles and all that. Second song I have this week, off of an album I wanted to kind of get your opinion on, that I think compares, was basically the Carters, or Everything Is Love Before Everything Is Love, which is 2088. Janae Aiko and Big Sean.
They got 2 albums.
It's got one.
There's only one.
Yeah.
That I seen. Maybe they had a
Yeah.
mixtape that wasn't on. The
I never
streaming
even
service.
listened to it when it came out.
Yo,
So
that
I'll
joint
check
is
it out.
nice. 8 tracks. Only 8 tracks, too. They were
Wow,
doing.
they were
This
doing
came
that.
back. Like, this is like 4 years ago. It might be 2 years ago.
2 years.
Yeah, about
2016.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, man. But talk show, we were listening to that earlier. Had to add that one to the playlist. Man, I'm still on my late registration vibe. So this week we're gonna go with Gone, Kanye West, and then from the Tiana Taylor album, a track I really really like, Issues. Another one that I feel like is probably a little bit too short, but I really really like that track. It's really dope. So
All right.
check it out.
All right, let me go. Continue to keep that same energy.
Yeah, man.
Now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a 3-way, man. I like the melody of 3-way.
I still, you
Nah.
know what, now I gotta look that up because I still don't believe that that's not. You know what I mean,
That's
Ty
Ty
Dolla
Dolla
Sign.
Sign. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe
it's,
Eric Bellinger wrote on it.
Why don't they give you credits anywhere anymore, man?
Title
It
does. Yo,
freaking
Spotify.
sucks.
If
What you
they
want?
do,
Come
I
on,
can't
Apple,
find
bro.
it. Yeah,
Oh,
I get
well.
upset too because when the
Yeah.
album comes out, I'm like, all right, who produced this?
Right.
And I gotta Google it, and
Yeah,
it's
it's way too much work, bro.
Where's the CD book at?
Right? Yeah. Where are my extra pictures? I was hoping to get a jacket full of. I was like,
Yeah, keeping that same energy.
You're right.
And I'm gonna go little throwback. I'm gonna go Blueprint 2 Jay-Z. I Did It My Way joint.
It's one of my favorite Jay-Z songs of all time.
Frank
Yeah,
Sinatra sample.
Yes,
Sinatra
it's
sample. Yes.
Yes, I love the original and I love the remix with Jay. Yes, it's one of my favorite songs.
The remix.
The original and I love.
Oh, I got you. Cool. Then I mean, I was kind of in the J bag a little bit on some old stuff, but the intro and the outro on Volume 3, Hova song.
The intro, on volume.
Volume 3.
You just cracked the CD package
Yeah,
right now.
yeah.
You probably
Yeah, okay, I remember
And the
that.
outro. Yeah, I guess
Yo,
I
that
combine
beat was hard, too,
It
man.
was.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Let me see. What else? I'm gonna give
Dope
you one
Man
more.
was my joint off that album.
That was
Or
the
Snoopy.
was
track?
that Snoopy
Was
track?
hot.
Yes, yeah. I love the
Well,
Snoopy. Snoopy track.
the
is crazy.
Come and Get Me, that first.
Come and get
verse,
me.
That first verse is leading
Before
up
they
to the
flip
song.
the- yeah.
That joint was crazy.
That album was fire.
It wasn't bad album.
It was.
That was when he stabbed That was the next album, right?
Was that?
I think so.
I remember because he had the song "Not Guilty" with R. Kelly on. Was that the
That
That
first
was
song?
on.
That was
Was
two.
it?
Kelly not
Guilty? Yeah.
Oh, that was the.
Nah,
Yeah,
that was
the
on.
first.
No, that was
Rock
Dynasty.
La Familia.
Yeah, that was Dynasty
yeah,
album. Yeah, you're right.
Oh.
That was Dynasty album. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I go last one, Little Common Love, man. Blue Sky. Blue Sky was on which album was that? The Dreamer, the Believer album.
Okay.
Okay. You knew who put a new track out last week? Redman.
Yeah,
I
actually,
I love
to
hip
it.
hop.
yeah, I did
listened
see
to
that.
it. It sound like a
Man,
Redman
Redman
joint.
always got
Yeah.
bars, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
man, he's one of the best. He really is. It's one of my favorites.
All right.
Cool.
We got any shouts before we get out?
That's a good question. Any shout outs? Do I have anybody I really want to show love to this week? Not really. I don't think I can. I can't think of anybody.
Anybody that's listening?
Yeah, shout
Yeah,
out to the
shout out
fans.
to the
man.
new
Oh, you know what?
listeners we got,
Yeah, you
too.
know I do have a couple shout outs. Shout out to other members who ain't here, man. Shout out to Lo, shout out to KP, you know what I'm saying? You know. Yeah. Shout out to my man Drew, you know what I'm saying?
Uncle
Last
Drew,
week came through,
yeah,
Uncle
yeah.
Drew held us down. Yeah, man, that's basically it.
All right.
Cool.
Mike, you good?
I mean, the new listeners, like I said.
Hey
people
man, keep
check us
listening.
out.
Hey, we had some good record breaking numbers this last couple weeks too,
Yeah,
man.
we did have some good numbers. So you can follow us on Twitter at Commission Pod. We're on Instagram at the Commission Pod. And then if you want to listen to our new episodes, old episodes, we're available on iTunes, SoundCloud, Podbean, Google Music, Play Store. And we're just this week you can catch us on Spotify as well. So all of our material is on Spotify.
We
Big
everywhere.
for us, yes. We're making moves out here, so shout out to us.
Yeah, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? We won't do that Fashion Week stuff,
Shout
man.
out
We
to the
leave that to
people
y'all.
that kept asking too, like when y'all coming back, man. Like I got a lot of that.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but
I didn't realize there was as many people. As a matter of fact, you know what? Shout out to my homie Chantel the One too, who actually wanted to be a contributor on the show. She had affiliations, Def Jam and such back in the day. So I love the fact that people actually are listening and checking for the show. I didn't realize it was as popular as it was, but yeah, we definitely got some fans out there, loyal listeners and all that. Cool.
All right, man. We out.
See you next week.
Peace.
The commission.
Here.